Tonight is Motivational Mondays. Every single Monday, I come on stream and I talk to the community about motivation. I talk to the community about Jesus. I talk to the community about any kind of faith, motivation, anything that is like good knowledge. You know what I mean? So tonight, what we're going to focus on is I have a testimony, chat. I have a really good story. And my story, the reason that I'm here today, what got me to the point that I'm at right now is the one and only Jesus Christ, bro. And I just want to kind of share my testimony with y'all. So rule number one is get right with Jesus. He's the only way to make it. He was the only way we will make it where we want to be. Rule number two is keep our promises that we make with each other and ourselves. Never go back on a word, and make sure you never lose focus on the vision. W's. Rule number three, have fun and enjoy the little things we have, because you have to appreciate what you've earned and been gifted, because Jesus can take it away from you in the snap of a finger. Rule number four, always pick each other up when the other is down or feeling low, and never let the other fall. And rule number five, stay humble, never forget our true family and where we come from, because Jesus can take it all away from us in the snap of a finger. He has blessed us with so many things. Chat, that's just the perspective of thinking. That's just the way of thinking. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know who she is.
This dream can actually make y'all cry, chat. Like, look, Jake telling his dream is crazy. And make sure you stick around till after, because I'm going to be telling y'all the dream I had. It's very, very weird how they both lined up. But everybody listen to what Jake's about to say.
All right, so basically the dream was me and my brother Jesse, and we were like walking down this path at first, and then we come upon a house. So we walk into the house, and it's got no windows. It's like just a black room, a square black room, and in the middle of the room there's an old woman like in a rocking chair. So I walk in, and Jesse could not go in the house. Like, it was like he was staying at the door and telling me the whole time, hey bro, we're not supposed to be here, let's get out of here, we're not supposed to be here, come on, we're gonna get in trouble. Like, just trying to convince me not to go in the house and like to leave. He wanted me to leave the whole time. So I tell him, hold on, I wanna listen to this, because the old lady was holding the Bible and reading Ephesians, and she read all of Ephesians. And during the dream, it was so clear, it was like insanely vivid. Like, it felt like I was actually there. And there was another seat in front of her, so I sat down, and she asked me if I wanted to listen, and I told her yes. And then Jesse, literally the whole time she was reading, Jesse kept saying, come on bro, we're not supposed to be here, let's leave, I don't like this place, let's leave, come on. And you know, I would like turn around occasionally, look at him in the dream, and you know, she kept reading Ephesians the whole time. I was just saying, hold on bro, I want to keep listening. And eventually she got done reading, and she handed me the Bible, and it was literally all of Ephesians. All right, she handed me the Bible. I turned to Jesse, and he's gone, and I turned to the woman, and she's gone. So it's just me in the room with the Bible opened up to Ephesians 5. And at that point, like literally like not long after that, I woke up, and I was like laughing. I was laughing, like hysterically laughing. Like, and I had sweat dripping. Like, it was a crazy moment. And like, y'all know those feelings. Like, it was like a feeling whenever you're like super excited about something. It was like you were super excited about something, and you know, like you've been waiting on this. Like, you know, whenever you're giddy and stuff, you got that giddy, excited feeling. It was like that times 10. It was like, it was super crazy. I literally told this story to somebody 2 days ago at a wedding.
Oh, you did?
And yeah, But what's it called? Yeah, I woke up, and then like the next day, I get some fan mail from somebody
Yo,
named
this is
Holly.
crazy, chat. Listen to what he's about to fucking say, bro.
So Holly sends me 3 bracelets that she made. Cool looking bracelets. I wore them for like a week, and then I put them up in a safe spot. And then on one of the bracelets it says Ephesians 5. So like it was crazy, and that was like after that dream had happened. And Holly had already sent these. She's from a different like country or whatever. She's from out of the U.S.
Yeah, she's from the UK, chat.
Yeah, she's from the UK. So she sent these. She sent these bracelets. Like, I don't know. It could have been like half a month before, you know. And
oh, I didn't
like,
think about that, bro. You gotta think about shipping and all of that shit.
Yeah, like it wasn't like far apart. It was literally the next day it came into my house, and I opened it up, and it said Ephesians 5. So it was a super crazy moment, like, with me. And then not too long after, I get Preston on the phone because now hold on, Preston. I know you want to keep talking, but hold on.
This is where it gets crazy.
So I get Preston on the phone because at the time I had just started like live streaming and stuff, and well, I convinced him to finally hop on with me, and we start going live and all that. And then like a little bit after that, he's like at my house and we're doing a stream, but we were off stream at the moment. And you know, I tell him like we're starting to talk about some like crazy stuff, like we was getting deep. It was like emotional conversations and stuff.
I damn near cried whenever we was talking about this shit.
Nah, my eyes were watering, and
too,
it was super crazy. I know, I saw him, and we were outside by my car, and we was telling each other like super deep stories, and then Preston says, "Yeah, I had a dream not too long ago," and I was like, "Wait, when was this dream?" And he told me when, and I was like, "Wait, I had a dream around that time too," and then. It was just super crazy because it was like it all aligned like a puzzle piece. It was like the perfect alignment.
It lined up too fucking perfectly, chat.
It was too perfect to just be coincidence and everything like that. So like after hearing his side of the story, if y'all like aren't believers or anything, I don't know how y'all aren't like 100%. Like.
Hey, listen,
if that doesn't put your faith in him, then I don't know what will.
I'm going to kind of give a rundown of what I think Jake's story was too. Jake, can you mute your mic real quick? Because it's got like the car sound. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I got you. Hold on.
So chat, listen. In my opinion, when I hear Jake's story, what I think of is, I don't know if y'all was listening very well, but Jake said in his dream, Jesse was at a door while he was getting Ephesians read to him, which is a part of the Bible, okay? Jake was getting Ephesians read to him, and Jesse was standing at the door telling him, come on, stop reading, stop listening, come on, we gotta leave, Jake, blah, 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 over and over and over again. And in my head, when I hear that dream, my first thought is, Jesse's the devil, and the old lady is an angel trying to preach the gospel to Jake, trying to put Jesus on Jake's heart. And Jesse is the devil in that doorway trying to pull him further and further away into the temptation, the lust, all of the other shit that comes into being, disobedient to Jesus, bro. And that's how I see Jake's dream. The reason all of this is so crazy is because in my dream, whenever I told Jake this story, we both literally almost started crying, bro. We was both on the phone fighting to hold back tears. I'm not joking. I'm being so serious. We were sitting there holding back tears.
We weren't on the phone. We were like by my car outside.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. I didn't mean to say on the phone. We was by his car, and we had just
And
got done.
also, I got my dream interpreted by my Aunt Chrissy, because she loves hearing about dreams and stuff. And I don't know if I told you or not, but her interpretation of it, like what she thought it was it was God trying to tell me something and show me something in Ephesians 5. And literally, she was reading it because I went to her house, and she pulled out the Bible and then started reading Ephesians. And she said, Jake, I need you to read all of Ephesians, because literally looking at Ephesians and reading it, that's exactly what your dream is. And I don't know what she meant by that, but she said that. And then she said,
whoa. That's what my dream was?
no, she said that's what my dream was.
I'm about shit
Ephesians.
my pants.
She said that she believes that Jesse, it wasn't actually Jesse. It was like a demon trying to take the form of somebody that I loved, and
Facts.
that they thought that I would trust, and like they thought that I would like
Listen
believe
to
what they're saying, like saying, hey, let's get out of here. They thought that I would actually go with him because he's somebody that I love, right?
Yeah, facts.
She said that's what she thinks about that part. And then she said about the old lady, she don't know who the old lady could represent, but probably like, somebody trying to lead me to like God and everybody and send me a message. So like a messenger, like just trying to get me into the word. And then she said her handing me the Bible at the end, and then me looking at Jesse and he disappears. The fact that I took the Bible means like
you gave your life to Jesus.
In the dream, yeah, like in the dream, like my life was to Jesus and I had made my choice, and then the demon left. And she said
that shit giving me goosebumps, bro.
She said that the lady disappearing means that her job was done with delivering the word, and that I had received what she wanted me to receive, and now it's on me to do the rest of it. So
at the time, my mom was in a relationship with some dude that did nothing but bring me down. He tried to get in fights with me. It was just a really bad situation. I was in the middle of it. I did not like this guy that my mom was with. I have always been the type of kid that whenever my mom is in a relationship with somebody, I'm able to pinpoint if that person is going to be a good human or if they are going to be a bad human. And I knew from the beginning that this guy was not going to be a good boyfriend, okay? And me and him would argue all the time. We would fight all the time. And it was just like this guy was always out to get me, bro. And that's how I felt 24/7. Every day that I lived life with this dude being in my house, it just felt like I was always getting strays took. Like I was just it was something every day. There was an argument, something. And it got to the point where me and this dude my mom was dating literally almost got into a fight one night, okay? And then about a week later, after me and him almost got into a fight, we was outside playing, I forget, wiffle ball. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. We was outside playing wiffle ball. And while we was playing wiffle ball, he threw the ball at my little brother, Austin, as y'all know. And he hit him in the head. And he started getting really defensive because Austin was crying. But he threw it hard. Like, he didn't just toss it. He chunked this ball. And my little brother's like 4 or 5 years old. So I got mad. I was like, look, bro, you sitting here throwing the ball easy to everybody else, because he was throwing it normal to everybody else. But then when Austin got up to the plate, he threw it hard. And then as he threw it hard, it hit Austin. Austin started crying. We got mad. We argued, blah, blah, blah. Okay? Now, I'm going to backtrack just a little bit. My mom, this goes into the story, and y'all will understand this here in just a second. My mom was going through her boyfriend's laptop at the time, okay? And I did not know anything of this. This was completely, I had no knowledge of what I'm about to tell y'all. My mom was going through his laptop and she found out that he was on dating websites. She found out that he was using Tinder. And I had no clue of this. So the day that we was playing baseball and all of that, me and him got into a huge heated argument. Now, the night before this, I had a dream. And in this dream, I basically was sitting at a table, living my normal day, and I was on a laptop. In my imagination, I think it was his laptop. But listen, I had a laptop in front of me. And while I was looking at this laptop, I see emails. And I'm looking at these emails and I'm reading them. And I see an email that says he is on a Tinder, that his Tinder monthly payment had not been paid for, or something like that. And the next day, after I had this dream and I seen this vision of his laptop with his Tinder notifications and all of that, my mom came up to me after me and him had this argument, and she said he was on dating websites and I didn't know nothing about it. She was telling me all about it. She was telling me about how he was using dating websites and everything else. And I started crying randomly, bro. I just broke out in tears because the night before I had that dream where I was literally seeing what my mom was telling me about before I even knew it happened. So like I seen this vision in my dream of the laptop, of the dating websites, all of this shit. And then the next day my mom told me about it. And the craziest part about it is she was telling me that she found out the day before. So the night that I was sleeping, that day, she found out he was on them websites. That's the craziest part. Now listen, what makes this even crazier is fast forward, we're back to the first day where he threw the baseball at my brother. Not the baseball, the wiffle ball. Normally, at that time, if I would have gotten into an argument with somebody, I would have lashed out with the snap of a finger. I would have freaked out. I would have started arguing back. I would have started threatening all of these different things, talking about fighting and all. Like, I was such a hothead. But for some reason, after I had that dream, it was out of nowhere and it was out of the blue. He tried arguing with me. He was pushing on me. He was sitting there trying to snatch me around and just in general treating me how he normally did. Normally, before that dream, I would have lashed out. I would have started pushing back. I would have started getting in his face, freaking out. But for some odd reason, chat, that day, whenever he started doing the pushing around and the arguing and the hollering and the script, all of that shit, I was calm, bro. I had never felt any kind of peace like that in my life, bro. I had never in my life been able to sit there and hold back my emotions and my anger and my frustration, bro. I've never been able to do it. And it was weird. I sat there and I listened and I let him do these things. And I even apologized to him afterwards. And I even forgave him, bro. And I'd never in my life done that. And it wasn't no, like, the dream wasn't even about Jesus or nothing. So that's the craziest part. Is this was just a random thing that happened. Now, the craziest part, this is when I really knew something was going on. After he came in my room and he was screaming and hollering and yelling and doing all of this obnoxious shit, for some reason, I randomly started praying. I had never prayed after an argument or nothing like that in my life. But for some reason, after that argument, after he got done doing his shit and he left my room, I just prayed. And I've never done that before, bro. It was something that was random to me. Like there was no thoughts in my brain of let me pray real quick. It just happened. And then a week later, me and Jake, me and Jake are friends. I think Jake actually calls me and gets me to start going live like a day or two after I had this dream, because I didn't tell him about the dream until like a week or two after it happened. But this dream lined up so perfectly with Jake's dream and what he had going on and what he was dealing with. And it was just such a crazy experience. And then when me and Jake had that moment where we was talking to each other in the car that day, and we ended up both talking about our dreams together, it kind of made us realize, like, wait a second, something's going on here, bro. Now, the reason I wanted to talk about this tonight is to say this. I want y'all to all look back, and I want y'all to all think, Jake, including you, and like actually take in the last 11 months. Like every single thing that has happened, whether it was bad, good, not good, whatever, no matter what it was, it all played out so perfectly, bro. My life, Jake's life, the life he's living right now, the life I'm living right now, it has all played out so perfectly. Jake is literally engaged, living his dream life that he's always wanted. I'm over here every single day living the life that I've always wanted to live, bro. I used to dream and pray for shit like this, chat. I'm not kidding. At 8 years old, me and Jake were both young little kids with YouTube channels, praying and hoping that one day we was gonna be on social media, living the dream, doing social media, posting content, building communities, and just having fun with our life, bro. And now Jake's traveling the world. I'm living my dream, streaming every day, having fun, building a community, and all kinds of other shit. My mental's better than it's ever been. My relationship with Jesus is better than it's ever been. Jake included. Same exact thing for Jake.
I will add that we're not here to like enforce religion on you. We're just telling y'all our testimonies, and if it inspires you to, really dig deep and research Christianity and, what it is to be a believer of, Jesus, like, that would be freaking awesome if our testimonies could do that. But we're just here to share what happened to us and our stories, here to enforce religion on.
Hey, chat, what he just said is facts. I highly recommend, if you do want to build a relationship with Jesus, you need to do it on your own time, and you need to do it willingly. You need to do it with your own research, and you need to actually learn the word by yourself. Now, if you want to have somebody help you learn the word, that is perfectly fine. That's actually better than trying to learn it all by yourself at the beginning. But seriously, man, Jesus is real. That's all I'm going to say. We're not here to force it on nobody, but I'm telling you, as a look, the life that I used to live as an example of Jesus being real. Look, if y'all knew the shit I was doing before I started any of this, before I started making any of these decisions to do all of this good stuff with my life, y'all would not even recognize the human that I am today. Or, y'all would not even recognize the human that I used to be. Because if y'all see me now, y'all would never have expected me to be how I used to be back in my days, bro. You know what I mean, chat? So I'm telling y'all, man, Jesus is real. That's the main message of all of this. Jesus is real. Everybody spam W Jake in the building for coming onto the stream tonight to tell us about his testimony, man. That was a great story, and I love telling that story, chat. It's always fun. Everybody spam W's in the chat, bro. I really, really hope that changed some of y'all's way of thinking about life. I really hope that helped some of y'all out today. That is what these streams are for. Every single Monday, I will be live at 8 p.m. Eastern time, giving some motivation. The YouTube channel's popping the fuck off. Wait, Giovanni, what do you mean? Whoa, Giovanni, what you mean by that, bro? Wait, chat, I gotta go check this out. What you mean the YouTube channel popping the fuck off? Oh, wait, chat, the YouTube channel's doing hella good. Okay, YouTube channel. I'm not gonna lie, listen, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube, go subscribe to the YouTube. It is a really good place to go watch videos whenever I'm not live. So if you are able to make it to all the streams, the subs, oh yeah, chat, we are at 90. Oh my God, yo. Everybody, we're at 99 subscribers on YouTube. Who's gonna be the 100th fucking subscriber? Oh my God, we're almost at 100 subscribers, bro. Ain't no way. I've been doing this YouTube shit for a couple of weeks and we already almost at 100 subscribers. W fucking community. Oh my gosh, bro. Wait, that's actually amazing, man. We've been putting in pain, chat. We've been putting in so much work on the YouTube and shit. W YouTube channel. Yo, if there's somebody in the chat, oh my gosh, W 100 fucking subscribers. Oh my gosh, bro. We finally hit 100 subs. Let's fucking go, chat. Everybody spam W's in my chat right now, man. Everybody W's in the freaking chat. That was an amazing story time. I love talking about that testimony, chat. I love talking about that shit, bro. Oh, yo, Giovanni, I'm gonna get that shit tatted on me, bro. Nah, I'm trolling. But listen, I have a question for everybody in the chat because we're still on the Motivational Monday topic. So before I ask this question, I want everybody in the chat to say, yo, let's get a roll call real quick. Everybody in the chat say, yo, man. Everybody say, yo, chat, let's get a roll call. Some days you'll get it right. Some days you won't. That's okay. God's grace don't run out. God's grace doesn't run out when you mess up. His love stays the same through every moment. W Brianna, man. Seriously. W fucking Brianna. We got Brianna, Sunny, Mia, I love my truck. We got Becca, Jessica, and many more of the beautiful family members in the freaking chat, man. Yo, Henry, what's good? Kiera in the building. Now, chat, I have a question for y'all. Megan in the chat, what's good, dude? My question for y'all, since I was just vulnerable, I want everybody else in this chat right now to also be vulnerable. So my question to the community, what is one of the biggest challenges that you are facing right now on a daily basis, and what keeps you going every single day, even though you have to go through that challenge? I'll pass on being vulnerable. No, for real, listen, just open up real quick. Everybody feel comfortable, open up real quick, bro. I opened up to y'all, Jake opened up to y'all. I want y'all to feel comfortable, man. But I want to see what the biggest challenge y'all go through on a daily basis is. If you feel comfortable answering, please put it in the chat. I feel, more than welcome to talking about it with y'all, bro. But I will go ahead and be more vulnerable with y'all, okay? So one of the biggest challenges right now that I'm facing on a daily basis in my life is recently I have been getting very out of routine. I have been getting very off track. I've been getting distracted, and I've been allowing the way I would explain it is lust. Not lust as in a sexual manner, but lust in a manner of I'm doing things I shouldn't be doing and I know it's wrong. Like, that's what lust is. I'm doing something and I know it's wrong. I just recently, it's been a really bad thing with me, bro. And I gotta lock in on it. Chat, recently I've been getting very distracted. I don't know if y'all can tell or see, but I was distracted last week. I don't know what it was. I was all over the place, bro. And I finally feel like this week I've kind of gotten all of that back. I've gotten my normal self back. I'm not distracted anymore. My brain's not foggy. I'm working heavy. I'm working good. I'm feeling energized. You know what I'm saying, bro? So it's good to finally feel like I'm back to my normal self again, bro. You know what I mean? Hell isn't fun. Wait, hell isn't full of people God rejected. Hell is full of people who rejected God. W McMuffin, man. Lust, I want to love like Jesus, but man, the enemy be making it so hard. Okay, I love my truck. I have a question. What type of lust are you dealing with? What type of lust are you dealing with, bro? Is it sexual lust? Is it lust when it comes to anger? Is it lust when it comes to eating the wrong foods? Is it lust when it comes to being mad or sad, or like what type of lust are you having? My biological mom constantly try to ruin my day and threaten to make me move back in with her, but it's been over a year, so I don't fear it anymore. Sonny, what I will say about that is make sure you always stay strong, bro. Seriously. Being strong through moments like that and times like that are what gets you through everything in life. I'm telling you, I've lived it, chat. Some of the things that I've went through in my life are some things that none of y'all could probably ever imagine. There's certain things that I have been through and done and been a part of in this life that I truly don't wish upon anybody. I seriously would never wish it upon my worst enemy. And I will tell y'all this from a perspective of somebody who used to be such a horrible person. I used to be a bad person, chat. I used to be a terrible person. I used to obey the devil, bro. Like, that's what my life consisted of, was doing the devil's work. And I am an example of somebody who can change. Like, I'm being so serious when I say this. If you think change is not possible, if you don't believe that change is able to happen, I'm telling you right now, it's not possible without Jesus. But if you want to change, it's possible. But you're not going to be able to do it without Jesus, bro. That is the only way true change is possible. Because look, let me tell you something. If you're living life every single day doing what the flesh wants, if you're living life every single day doing what your own brain wants, what your own heart desires, instead of what Jesus desires, you're gonna fail. You're gonna have bad moments in this life, bro. You're gonna feel like shit every day that you wake up because you're not living life to the best ability that you can. You're living life for you and the flesh. And that's not good, bro. You know what I mean by that, chat? Sexual sin the most, man. Okay, listen. Wait, I don't do it for months, then I do it again, but God's grace is sufficient and merciful, and I'm just trying to get right with God and glorify him in the process. Okay, look. I love my truck. Let me tell you something, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I struggle with that myself, bro. Every man struggles with that shit. It's something that every man struggles with. But I'm about to give you a piece of advice that I was given at a very, very early point in my change. And this is going to change your perspective on lust. And I'm guessing you're watching porn or anything like that. Sorry to say that, but that's my guess. All I'm going to say is a man who can beat lust can overcome any challenge in this life. A man who can tell a demonic spirit no is a man who can do anything in this life. If you can tell yourself no whenever you're thinking about lust, that is the most powerful thing you can do. It doesn't matter about anything else. All of the other shit in this life all of this other shit in life, you can say yes to, you can fall into temptation to, but lust is the one thing in this life that if you fall short of and you fall into it, you are going to see like so many things in life go downhill. I'm being serious, man. Lust is literally the devil. Beating your meat, sorry to say that, it's the devil. It's literally the devil. And if you're doing it, I'm not judging you for it or anything like that, but I'm telling you right now, the best way to handle it is give it to Jesus. Just tell yourself no. It's that simple. I know it's a lot harder than that, but it's that simple. When you simplify it, it's literally telling yourself no. That's all you got to do. And pray about it, bro. Every single day, make sure you pray about that shit. Don't allow the devil to take control of your life, man. Professor! Yo, Professor, what's good? Professor, how you doing, bro? It's good to see you today. Yo, Professor, we've had a fucking bomb ass stream so far, man. We had a really good moment at the first start of the stream. Yo, chat, did y'all enjoy the story from me and Jake? How did y'all enjoy that story time, bro? Thank you, bro. I needed advice. Thank you, bro. The advice I needed. Hey, listen, I love my truck. I'm telling you right now, don't get off of this stream tonight and go do the same thing you're used to doing. If you want change, you gotta do something different, okay? You gotta, look, wanting change and doing the same thing every day and expecting something to change is the definition of insanity. If you are waking up every single day and you wanna change, but you're not willing to get up every single day and change something in your life to make that difference, it's not gonna change. Your life is gonna stay the exact same. The definition of insanity is wanting change and expecting a result when you're not waking up and doing something different. That is the definition of insanity, bro. I needed to hear that. Thank you. Hey, seriously, chat. It's real advice, bro. I gotta go bye. Yo, Becca, have an amazing night. I appreciate you being here tonight. But chat, seriously, man. Lust, sinful thoughts, any of that, it's all the devil. And the way you get through it is by praying about it, taking it to Jesus, letting him control your thoughts, and just in general, give your life to him, bro. Trust him with everything you do, man. Chat, I literally every day I wake up, my first thought doesn't go to, how am I going to get through this day? My first thought isn't, is today going to be a good day? My first thought isn't, oh, lucky. Oh my gosh. See, like right now, look, I could get really angry right now. Like right now, this is an example. This is live in the flesh, an example. This fucking thing right here cost $60 and he just chewed it up. And I could get mad right now, but I'm just gonna let it be, bro. I'm gonna let it be. I'm not even gonna get mad. I just gotta let it be. But that's an example. Little things. Anger strips you away from God. Lust strips you away from God. Anything that is disobeying him pulls you further away from him. Even if you don't see it. Last year, I was thinking about taking my life, but Jesus has saved me. I'm no longer a slave to sin. I want to follow Jesus before it's too late. Yo, W fucking McMuffin. W McMuffin with that comment. I love to hear that, bro. Chat, and look, listen, I'm not the most perfect person in the world. I'm not perfect at all, matter of fact. I'm far from it. But I know that I wake up every single day and I strive so hard towards greatness. I work so hard towards being something better every single day. I want to wake up and be a better person. I want to wake up and see progress. I want to wake up and be I want to see something new every day that I wake up. I want to be able to learn something different about myself every day that I wake up. Whenever I get angry, I need to stop myself and go, hold on, Preston. Don't get angry. Instead, pray about it. Instead of getting angry, think about what you're fixing to do. Stop yourself in your tracks before you make the wrong decisions and pray. That's what I've been doing recently, chat. Anytime I get angry, anytime I get mad, anytime I get sad, anytime I get stressed out, anytime I feel down, anytime I feel like something's falling apart and it's not going my way, I stop myself, I completely shut my brain off, and I pray. Because that's the best way to do it. Y'all gotta realize, Jesus already has a plan. And there's nothing you can do to make that plan of your own in your head better than what Jesus's plan is. So instead of focusing on what you want on a daily basis, instead of stressing yourself out because you want these things, and instead of building all of these emotions up that shouldn't even be there, give everything to Jesus and realize that he has a path. Realize that he has something already planned for you, and it's 10 times better than what you could ever imagine or think, bro. Like right now, sitting in this chair in this exact moment, I know that I'm here. I'm saying exactly these words right now for a purpose, bro. I am doing this stream right now and I'm saying this exact sentence for a purpose. There is a reason that God has put me here to talk about these things with y'all, bro. There is a reason that I have been put in front of this community to be able to entertain and make people laugh and make people feel more motivated, bro. There's a reason behind it. Just like there's a reason behind everything in this life. So the main message of today's stream is don't get so caught up on the things in life that you want. Don't get so caught up in your own feelings, your own emotions. Don't get caught up in the devil's distractions. Focus on the things that actually matter in life. Focus on the small little blessings throughout the day and focus on the things that are actually going to make you happy and watch how much better your life gets. You don't even have to be a believer in Jesus right now, but just start living your life the way Jesus lived his life. Don't be perfect. That's not what I'm telling you to do, but go try and live your life the best you possibly can. Be the best person you possibly can tomorrow when you wake up and just watch how much different your life is. Watch how much better you feel. Watch how much less stress you have. Watch how you wake up in the mornings going, oh, today's going to be such an amazing day because I know God has a plan for me. That's what's going to happen. And I'm a prime example of it. I am an example of what Jesus can do in somebody's life, bro. Because before I had Jesus, before I really knew Jesus, before I really started taking that leap of faith and changing my life, I had nothing, bro. I was nothing. I was a piece of shit, terrible human being that was doing everything the devil wanted me to do. And I changed my life walking in the steps that Jesus wanted me to walk in. And it's gotten me to such an amazing point today, bro. Chat, look at where I'm at, bro. Look at what I'm doing right now. Look at the room. Oh shit, Lucky, my bad. Look at the room I'm in. Look at the life I'm living, bro. Like, look at this shit. I never expected to be here a day in my life, man. And the fact that I'm here today, living this out with y'all, living this out with the community, and just being a part of such an amazing journey every single day, it really, really, really makes me so happy to not only see myself succeed, but see so many people in this chat succeed as well. There are so many people. For example, Mick Muffin. Mick Muffin started watching my streams back in February, like February. And he stopped watching the streams for a while because he wanted to focus on his relationship with God. And as McMuffin just said, last year he was thinking about taking his life, but Jesus saved him. That's growing. Not only have I grown so much, but everybody in this chat and community has has grown so much as well. And it shows every day. Every fucking day, bro. So, with that being said, everybody spam W's in the fucking chat for the stream. I'm not ending right this second, but I will be getting off in just a minute. Not right this minute, but I pray you better get Megan. I pray you better get Megan. What do you mean by that? I love my truck. Chat, let's get a roll call real quick. Everybody in the building say, yo. Let's get a roll call, bro. Everybody in the chat say, yo, man. I want to see who we got in the building. The main message in tonight is I want all of y'all to know that there is a purpose, bro. There is a reason that you are on this earth. There is a reason that you are here today. And God did not put you on this planet for some random reason, man. He seriously didn't, bro. He put you here because he knows you are worth something. He knows you have a purpose. He knows you have a reason to be on this planet. I want y'all to think about this. The fact that you're even living right now, I want y'all to just realize how many people die every day, how many kids don't make it in the womb. I want y'all to realize how many people just don't get to ever see life, bro. Kids die, parents die, people die every day, every second of the day. Kids don't even make it out the womb sometimes, man. And it's not a rare thing at all. So the fact that you are literally here, living, breathing on this earth, able to see all of the beautiful things God's put in front of our face to live and see, you're blessed, bro. So if you're somebody in the chat that's been stressed out, complaining, or anything like that, I'm telling y'all right now, man, it is so much more, it's so much bigger than just wanting things in this life, bro. It's so much bigger than any amount of money. It's so much bigger than any amount of fame. It's so much bigger than any family. It's bigger than that, bro. There's a reason you're put on this earth. There are millions and millions and millions of people that die every single year. There's millions of people that get pregnant and their kids die in their stomachs. And you could have been one of them kids. You could have been one of them people that died. But you're so special that Jesus decided you have a purpose here and you still need to be on this earth, bro. There's a reason you're still on this planet right now as we speak. Jesus is keeping you here right now as we speak because there is a reason for you to be here, bro. And that's my main message today. I want all of y'all to know that. W McMuffin too. McMuffin, I'm glad to hear that, brother. That's an amazing thing. Jesus is speaking through you, man. Hey, look, you ain't even gotta tell me, bro. Look, let me just say something to this chat, to what he just said. I literally, like, I need to get better at it, but I'm just gonna be very honest right now because that's what I need to do. I don't read my Bible like I should. I even sometimes fall short of, seeking the word, bro. But I'm able to talk about these things and I'm able to use my words so properly because, like I Love My Truck just said, it's Jesus talking through me, bro. I think this was a very valuable stream and I'm looking forward to the next Motivational Mondays, bro. I think this was such a good thing to do. I hope I could have helped somebody in this chat tonight. I hope the message that I have spreaded tonight has blessed somebody and been able to make y'all realize that there's so much more to life than stressing and worrying about the small things that don't really matter at the end of the day, man. But listen, with that being said, everybody in the chat, put y'all's good nights in the building. I really appreciate all of y'all showing up tonight to hear this message. And I will see all of y'all tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern with another motherfreaking banger. Peace out, chat. Sleep well, say your prayers, and I will see y'all tomorrow, man.
I can't believe we made it this far. 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 Heaven is skies. I can't believe I made it this far. I'm just trying to tell you how I feel,